is a doctor-assisted suicide legal in California?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. So, didn't you have a friend?
A couple weeks ago, I have a friend, he's a long-time family friend, that he was in the hospital. He was 80-something years old, and he got pneumonia. And he had lost his partner a couple of months ago, not that long ago. And obviously, they were together for 50 years, so it was very difficult for him. But, I saw him, I had dinner with him, he was in good spirits. So he goes into the hospital, and I went to go visit him twice for the pneumonia. And so they were giving him oxygen, and they were giving him antibiotics. So I saw him the day after he went in. He looked okay. I go see him 2 days later on a Friday. He's looking much better. And we're talking and we're laughing. And in fact, you know what? He's the fucking reason that we were goofing on Trump and the Trump Bible. And I bought the Trump Bible because I said, I'm going to buy this fucking Bible. I'm going to bring it here and we're going to read the Trump Bible together. We're going to goof on it. And it was haha. So I literally went home that day and I ordered the Bible. So I leave Friday. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock. The next morning, I get a call from a friend of his just before 7 o'clock. He's decided to get off the oxygen. And once he gets off the oxygen, it'll just be a matter of a couple hours. He decided that he was going to end his own life there. And then he calls me 2 hours later himself. And he says, I'm just calling to say goodbye to you, my friend. I mean, first of all, the balls to do that you have to have enormous balls that you're making that decision, that once you get off that oxygen, in a couple hours, you're going to be gone.
Okay, but I don't think it took balls. I think it took deep depression and grief. I mean, this guy was
was deeply seated.
He was so unhappy that his partner was gone and life didn't really seem worth it anymore. And he couldn't perceive going on another 10 years in this sense of loneliness and despair. So he decided to take that way out. But if he had gotten some counseling and maybe some medication, he might have gotten through this difficult phase.
See, and I'm struggling with it because at first I thought, okay, wow, he's got big balls. I get it. But the more time that's gone from it, I kind of don't get it because, I mean, the first thing I said to him when he called to say he was calling to say goodbye, I go, what are you doing, man? Why are you doing this? But in that position, it's not for me to say.
But did you say it or not?
I just said, why are you doing this?
What did he say?
He didn't answer.
He didn't answer.
No, but he told me, you know what, you get that in hindsight when you think about the conversations you had. I remember when I went home the day I visited him in the hospital on that Friday, I told my wife, I go, he's getting better, he's looking good, but he's making some negative comments. Like he said, I had a dream that I died. And he says, my partner came into this hospital and he never came out. And I don't think I'm going to get out. So I think that, in fact, I was going to leave. I was there for about 45 minutes. I said, let me let you get your rest. And he says, stay. I don't want you to go. So I was there for another 45 minutes. I was there for a little over an hour and a half, which I thought was kind of unusual. But I thought, okay, he's feeling good. He's laughing and all that. And then literally 24 hours later, he was gone.
Okay, if the doctor could have put him on a 72-hour hold for danger to self. And that would have given at least 70, where they would stop the procedure. Because anyone who's getting better and decides they're going to take the oxygen away, that's danger to self.
Yeah.
Obviously. And that would be an opportunity for the doctor and the system to intervene, give him some counseling.
So why didn't it? Because I found it odd that he could just say, fuck the oxygen, I'm done.
People have the right, to decide what they want to do.
Yeah.
If they want to take a certain drug or not, they're explaining the risk,
that's true.
The risk, benefits, side effects, and alternatives, and they say yes or no. But in this case, this was a behavior that definitely they all knew he was going to die in a few days. Somebody should have intervened. They should have, because in the physician-assisted suicide, obviously, they go through this whole elaborate process to give drugs to the person to make him go away.
Yeah.
In this case, it wasn't giving any drugs, so they thought, oh, well, this doesn't matter then. He wants to kill himself. That's okay with us. No, they should have done that. They should have put him on a hold, and then that would have given him an opportunity to discuss this with him.
And I got to tell you something. I really feel that had he given it a couple more days, he would have recovered fully. Because otherwise, he was in good health. His mind was totally fine. He was totally there. He was totally with it. And he literally just had a birthday 2 weeks before.
It really is criminal. I mean, you could even make the case that it's malpractice, whoever let him do that.
But are you going to, if he's that depressed, and he's been living that way for the past 8 months since he lost his partner, who are we to say, that you should stick around or not.
Well, who are we? We're psychiatrists who know that people in bereavements go through massive depression.
Yeah, but I just gave you a psychiatrist that said that she wants a fucking gender unicorn because the kids want to be,
She wasn't a
different
psychiatrist.
sex
She was a psychologist
okay.
or a PhD or something.
Yeah.
There is a distinction. But no, that was criminal that they let him do that because in his state of mind, he clearly was not thinking clearly.
But is it worse that if they had said, no, you can't do it, and then in that moment he goes, oh, you're right. You know what? I don't know what I was thinking. And then 2 weeks later, he's sitting at home all alone and he's miserable and he hates his life. And he goes, I should have just done it.
Well, that's always possible, but it's more likely that if they had shown him that, look, you're really depressed now, and and depression causes people not to think clearly. They have fatigue, loss of interest, loss of energy, loss of motivation, loss of the things they like to do. If they had explained to him, look, this is a phase. Let's give it a few weeks. You can always kill yourself. You can come back in the hospital, and we will help you kill yourself if you want, but you need to give yourself some time.
I don't think you can. Not in California.
Well, the point is he could go home.
That was the easiest way to do it.
The point is he could go home and in 2 weeks take a bunch of pills or turn on the carbon monoxide. He could have done it quite easily.
Yeah.
So if they had said to him, look, talk to me. Let's talk about it for a little bit. Then if you want to kill yourself, go ahead. Have a party. But give us a chance. What's your hurry? Yeah, if you're going to be dead, you're going to be dead.